morning, and welcome to the most exciting opportunity for the children of Duxbury Public Schools. Today we have the groundbreaking of a monumental project of a co-located high school and middle school for the students. It's taken several years. A lot of people have put definitely a lot of time into this project. A lot of community members, state officials, local officials, and most of all, our school building committee and school committee. Everyone deserves praise for this project. It's a well thought out project. It's a cost efficient project, and it will be the best school in the state of Massachusetts for the education of today. As we move into this 21st century, education has changed, and the design of this building is reflecting that change. I'm very proud to be the leader of the district at this time. It's an exciting time to be in education, and as we move forward, we'll keep everyone apprised of the progress that we have and what we're doing in our new schools. At this time, I'd like to introduce Reverend Roy Tripp, who will give the invocation from the Duxbury Interfaith Council.
Good morning. I would invite you in the time of excitement and expectation as we enter into this new phase of our journey together as a community to pause and in the silence allow your own breathing to be connected with the breath of all life. O Holy One, O Creator of all, we come to you with thanksgiving, and we call out to you with many names, and you hear our voices. For the generations gathered here today, and more importantly, for the generations that will follow, bestow upon us all wisdom, hope, grace, and joy in the certainty of your presence. Bless our activities here today and for all generations to come.
Good morning. It's so exciting to be here this morning after 4 years of work on this committee and to share this milestone with so many people in the town and in the community that have helped bring us to this point. We appreciate, beyond words, the support of the town departments, the Board of Selectmen, the school committee, the residents, Duxbury Cares, all of whom have provided full cooperation in getting us to this point. We couldn't be remiss also without thanking the efforts of our design team, our owner's project manager, KB Associates, our architects, Mount Vernon Group, and our construction manager, Demio Construction Company. We have an incredible team behind us, and we're very excited to be going forward with this project. With us today, we have Senator Hetland, Representative Webster, Town Manager Richard McDonald, our Board of Selectmen, Sean Dolan and Ted Flynn, on the school committee, John Heinstadt, Ann Ward, Maureen Connolly, and Gary Magnuson. Would also like to recognize our town department heads, who again have really helped us all the way through this process. Scott Lambiase, the building commissioner, Peter Buckus, Director of Public Works, Tom Broderick, the planning director, Joe Brady, our conservation administrator, and John Madden from the finance department. Our first remarks will be presented by Jack McCarthy. Jack is the executive director of the Mass School Building Authority. On January 25th, 2012, Jack was appointed executive director of the Massachusetts School Building Authority by State Treasurer Stephen Grossman. Prior to this, he worked as also served as the Inspector General's Chief Representative, assisting in the development and determination of short and long-term goals and objectives for this office. From 1991 to 2003, Jack was elected as moderator for the town of Norwood. From January 1995 to 2000, he was Chief of Staff at the Office of the Secretary of the Commonwealth. It was there that he was responsible for the overall management and key policy development of all 20 divisions, with staff of over 400 employees. He represented the Secretary before primary constituent groups such as business and legal communities and numerous state and federal government agencies. He was voted Press Secretary of the Year by the Massachusetts State House Press Corps, first in 1994, and then again from 96 through 1999. Additionally, in February 2000, Jack was published in the Mass Election Administration, Campaign Finance and Lobbying Law, Massachusetts Continuing Legal Education, writing a chapter on the State Ballot Law Commission. After graduating from Boston Latin School and Boston College, he attended Suffolk University Law School, earning a Juris Doctorate degree, and was admitted to the bar in 1988. Jack resides in Norwood with his wife Linda and two daughters, Kristen and Megan. Welcome, Jack.
I forgot I was that old. Thank you for inviting us down here on behalf of myself and the Chairman of our board, Stephen Grossman, and all of my colleagues at the Mass School Building Authority. It's a great pleasure to be here. This is a unique project. It's a model school, but I think it's the first time we've used a high school to be a middle school, high school model, and I think it'll prove itself to be a great building. Is Frank Tedesco here? Anyone from Mount Vernon here? We're watching on this. It's gonna be great. I'm just kidding. But the mission of the Mass School Building Authority is to partner with local school districts to assist in the design and construction of educationally appropriate, sustainable, flexible, and cost-effective. Cost-effective being one of the main things that we look at. Cost-effective public school facilities, and this facility will certainly fit that ideal. The total project is a little north of $128 million, of which our share is 44.13%, which is a little over $51 million. So we're heavily invested in this community. And projects such as this don't happen without close working partnerships between the school committee, your selectmen, the other boards in town, and the local and state officials. And your representative delegation between Representatives Calder and Webster and Senator Headland have been big advocates for this project and big advocates for the MSBA in general. So know that they've served you well on this project, and I thank them for all their participation in it. And as Elizabeth earlier pointed out, the professionals that you hired, you did a great job of selecting. Mount Vernon, who we already taught you a little, is a great designer. And they were one of the first two selected as models for the Ashland project. So very early on, they saw the wisdom of the model school program and were selected early on. And Dimeo Construction, one of the better construction. Anyone from Dimeo? There you go. And great people to work with. And KBA, anyone from KBA here? Great, good to see you guys. So you guys assembled the A-team really, and you did a great job of doing that. I just want to take a moment to thank the staff that worked on this for you guys at the MSBA. Katie Cristofaro was the field coordinator, Brad Egan is the project manager, and Greg Brunel is the construction manager. And they will be with you guys all the way. We're not just a finance agency. We don't just write the check, come to the ceremonies. We participate from when you come up with stating your problem till after the ribbon cutting, because we do the commissioning. So we'll be with you for another at least 10 months after the school opens and everything's done. So know that you can call them anytime, or you can call me. We're always here to help. Benjamin Franklin once said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. And I think we've shown together that we're investing in knowledge. And one group that kind of gets left out a lot in the thanks, and that is you have to have the support of your community. You have to vote for an override. And this district stepped up to the plate and I think showed the confidence in the building committee and the superintendent and in the people that you selected. So the voters should be very happy about this, and I think when it's all said and done and they come to the ribbon cutting and go through the school, they'll be ecstatic about it. So look forward to coming back in 2014 to help cut the ribbon. Thank you.
Pleasure and honor for me to be with you today. I want to first thank everybody at the local level that's made this project a reality. We'll make the project a reality when we get back to cut the ribbon, Jack. School committee members, building committee members, and thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. I just had the opportunity to participate in the ribbon cutting at my old high school, and I was very excited. It was, although it was held at 2 o'clock on a beautiful spring day, on Sunday in the middle of the day, but I was very excited to get back to my alma mater and say a few words. And the chair of the building committee came over to the state representative who lives in that town, myself, and he says, you know, we've got a rather lengthy program. We don't have room for you guys to speak on the program today. That's okay. He proceeded to get up and give a 45-minute speech about everything that the building committee did to make the program and make the project a reality. So thanks for having me at the podium today. The 45-minute speech I was going to use that day, I'm prepared to give now. First off, I want to publicly congratulate the Duxbury High football team, the Lady Dragons, the state champs. We were able to logistically pull off hosting them at the State House as is tradition, but I know that the new facility is going to produce many more athletic champions, and more importantly, many academic champions. I just want to pick up on just a little bit of history and go back to the Wayback Machine here for a minute, picking up on what Jack talked about with the program right now. The program had been in place, the original School Building Systems program, since 1938, I believe. It was subject yearly to appropriation. We found ourselves, as many in Duxbury know, about 10, 12 years ago, with a situation where the program had approached budget buster status at the state level with the state budget. And the reason being, we had so many communities around the state applying for assistance through the program because of the lifespan of many of the schools that were built and the life cycle of the schools that were out there. And I know that Duxbury had 2 grammar schools that were on the waiting list at one point for renovation. And what we found was that there was a huge level of uncertainty with the program, and we had concerns that some of the projects would not receive funding, which made things difficult for you at the local level when you were going to your taxpayers looking for an override, looking for assistance to do some of those projects. I was very proud that I was able to get together with 2 of my colleagues over on the House side, looking at the problem, and we decided to file legislation to move towards move the project to a capital spending type model and get it off of year-to-year appropriation from the state budget. We filed legislation to do that. Subsequent to that, the Romney administration filed a plan similar, and eventually we saw legislation passed that got the program in place that we now have under the auspices of the state treasurer, and it's worked out very well. It's been very well managed by not only Jack. You know, when you Jack McCarthy, you Jack. You can't say Mr. McCarthy, but under the stewardship of Jack and his predecessors, it's been extremely well run, and it's one of the things that state government has done and has worked. So proud to see that things have worked out, and that a community like Duxbury is going to be able to avail itself and build a really first-class, efficiently built model school. So I look forward also to